So we're going to work on some chains from half butterfly guard. So we're going to work on how to sweep from half butterfly guard using the overhook, putting submissions in at the end of our sweeps, and failed sweeps to wrestling up from half butterfly guard. So, alright, so 3, 2, 1. First thing I want to do is take the weight off Jordan's heel. So I can do this by taking like a collar grip, shoulder grip, 2-on-1, whichever you prefer. Just pull his head in front of his knees so I can slot my half guard hook in here. I have, like, say, my laces connected to Jordan's ankle, so it's a short hook, and then I put my butterfly hook in here. So you can see that the sole of my foot is on my calf, and I keep my knee flared on the outside. If I bring my knee on the inside, it's just easy for Jordan to collapse it, and then he can go in to pass it. So good strong knee shield position here with this half butterfly hook. So what you can do a lot of the time is hide behind these frames. I'm going to monitor this hand in particular because I want Jordan to try like punch an underhook. So I'm going to bait him into taking an underhook on that right side. So if he punches an underhook here, this is exactly what we want. So I end up taking an overhook, and what I'm going to look to do here is I retract my elbow, and this allows me to get some height on Jordan, and I'm going to put weight down on this hand here. I then make my way over to the hand. I pull the wrist in towards my belly button, and I can lock up a figure of 4 here. So now it's very hard for Jordan to get this hand back. The half guard hook that we had inside, that goes to the floor. I drop to my shoulder, head goes to the mat, and I use the half guard hook that we had to act as a post, and I get my hips higher than Jordan's hips. I'm going to start to elevate with my left leg, and I bring my right hip, or my right foot, as close to Jordan's hips as I can. And then we come up on top, and we land into the mount. So we'll do that again. So pulling Jordan forward, half guard grip, laces connect to the ankle, half butterfly hook in, knees on the outside. If our knee goes in towards the center line, he's going to collapse it, and then he can go into all his passes. So I'm going to monitor this hand in particular. There's loads of attacks we can do on this side, on his left arm and his left leg. I'm just trying to open up some space on that side to see will Jordan take an underhook. If he takes an underhook, I take an overhook, I retract my elbow so I can build, and then I'm going to like turn my shoulder down towards the floor. What this does is it puts weight on Jordan's left hand or his left elbow, depending on what position he's in, and it makes it harder for him to move. So if Jordan's up in that hand, I put weight down on it. If you try to pull your hand up, you can see that's fairly sticky, so he's either going to stay in a hand post or an elbow post. If he goes back to a hand post, here I grab the wrist and I pull my elbow now under my shoulder here. We lock up a figure 4 grip, so just like you would on a Kimura or an Americana. I put my right foot on the mat, head to the mat and shoulder to the mat. I start to elevate with my left leg, and I bring my right foot closer to Jordan's hips. We can come up on top and take the mount, or we can shift our weight to the left side. I throw my right leg over, take our collar tie grip, and then we can go into our mounted triangles and arm bars from here using that figure 4 grip. So we'll do that one again. So here, Jordan gets an underhook. I take an overhook, retract my elbow, put weight on that hand. I pull the hand in towards my elbow, or slide my elbow under my shoulder here. And when I start to elevate Jordan in this position, you can see that I'm putting all the weight over on that left side. I take my knee off the mat and I start to bring my right foot as close as I can to Jordan's hips to put Jordan on his back. Worst case scenario, we get the mount. Best case scenario, the sweep allows me to go into a submission. So in this case, we're going to go into a mounted triangle. So I shift my weight to my left side. This makes my right leg light. Right foot goes over the shoulder. Pull out our hand. We take a collar tie grip, and then I start to bring my weight onto my knee, and we can lock up our mounted triangle, arm bars, and so on. So we're in our half butterfly guard here, monitoring the cross-face arm. Jordan tries to cross-face me. I'm hiding behind this. He has no success, so maybe he looks to punch an underhook. If he punches an underhook, I take an overhook, I retract my elbow. I'm trying to maybe get to this hand. Maybe I'm not having success getting to that hand. Jordan's just moving the hand away. I should be able to slow this down by putting like downward pressure towards that hand. Well, if his hand is far away from me, it's gonna be hard to get. There's definitely things that we can do. So what we're gonna do from here is we're gonna go for our sweep attempt. I'm just gonna put weight onto that left side here, and then I use this to take my knee out. So you can see that when I have my half guard grip on the floor, my knee was pointing towards the wall. I take weight off Jordan's right leg and I put my knee down towards the floor. So this allows me to get my hips higher than Jordan's hips and my head higher than Jordan's head. That's really important because it means my weight is in the right place and I can control Jordan a bit better. When I get up, I'm going to stay active with this hook, so I'm going to keep putting weight on that left side, and then this opens up space in this area here, and I'm able to square up with Jordan and we can go into our front headlock attacks, so such as guillotines, anacondas, darces, or I can just snap, go behind and start taking the back. So we'll do that again. So again, we're in our half butterfly guard, monitoring this far frame. Jordan punches an underhook, I take an overhook, trying to get this wrist, but Jordan moves it away from me, so I'm not able to get this post. I retract my elbow, and I'm going to put weight on that far side, and I take my knee down towards the floor. I can do this by lifting Jordan's right knee on this side. That opens up space here for me to slide my foot out, build to my knee, go from an elbow post to a hand post. My head, my hips are now higher than Jordan's, and I'm going to keep putting weight on that side to slow down Jordan's attacks. Once this happens, you can see now I have good height on Jordan. I'll go 12 to 6 and square up. We can go into our front headlock attacks such as guillotines, darces, anacondas, or snap, go behind and start taking the back.